Hey guys, it's Jessi, and I am back with my November wrap-up. I managed to read a total of 4 books and 2 comics over the month. It was a little crazy, and I wasn't able to get a lot of reading done until the last couple days, so I am pretty happy with how I finished up this month with and the reads that I did. They were pretty great. Nothing super wowed me, but they were pretty good. So I'm going to just jump right in, share what I read, and yeah, here we go. The first book I read was Found by Emily Brett. And this is about a nurse. Her name is Natalie and she works in the ICU. Her life is just getting to be a little bit too much, and the grief that she is holding in about the death of her mother and kind of the falling out of her family is really starting to get to her. So she decides to take a gig as a traveling nurse and get out, see some of the world while she is still young. And as she does so, there are a couple close calls with death, almost too close that she starts to figure out that these can no longer just be coincidences. So it was a great little mystery, something that I really enjoyed and appreciated the whole travel aspect. The characters were not as well written as I had wanted, or the connections between them, but I definitely found this to be interesting, and I ended up giving it a 3-star. Next up was Unexpected Love by Christy. Not even going to try to pronounce this last name. I totally apologize. But this is a book about a girl named Inez who is confident and content with the way her life is, and she ends up meeting this guy named Jason in a bar. Decides to give it a go because there was a great little connection and they just kind of hit it off. And it isn't until she meets his brother Jimmy that her whole world just flips upside down. So there was a really great love triangle. There is a lot of drama and the characters were really well written. The story was fun. Like I said, you can't go wrong with a love triangle. It was awesome, and besides a little bit where I feel like it was a little unrealistic in a certain part, I do feel like this was a pretty great read. I ended up giving it 4 stars. Started off a little rough in the first 3 chapters. I was confused. There were so many characters, but by the end, I couldn't put it down, and I was happily sucked in to Inez's world and all the drama. So definitely check this out if that sounds like something that's right up your alley. Oh, I lied. I only read 3 books during this month, and the last book I read is Size Matters by Catherine Novak, and this one, I just wasn't sure what to think about it. I wasn't as happy with the overall story here. I ended up giving this a 2-star. It is about this girl named Lexi who takes on a personal chef role for this guy named John Frederick. And I had a lot of vibes of like a Beauty and the Beast-ish kind of thing going on here. But I just, overall, like I said, I didn't know what to think. Like, the story was pretty great. I was hoping it'd pack a lot more punch. It's only 134 pages. It's very small, very quick, and I just needed more out of these characters and more time to really feel and connect with the story as well. So it had a lot of potential, it just didn't quite make it there for me. What I did really enjoy, though, was Lexi and John Frederick's connections over the like foreign teas, musicals, and of course food. Lastly, I read 2 comics. The first one is Giant Days, Volume 1. This is about 3 girls just starting university. It's Daisy, Esther, and Susan, and we kind of follow them through them just getting started in their semester. So they are all end up to be neighbors, they become quick friends, and we follow them on these journeys through personal, school, and a little bit of some moral issues going on. And so I definitely loved this. It was quick and witty and funny, and I am definitely impressed by it and can't wait to continue. So it's definitely living up to the hype, which I'm really excited about because sometimes that just doesn't happen. And these girls are pretty fun, so I'm definitely gonna continue on to Volume 2. I gave this one 4 stars. Lastly, I have Chew Volume 1, Taster's Choice, and this one I think could easily be pushed over the top, be a little disgusting, but it was pretty great. We follow this guy named Tony, and he is a psychopath, which means he can eat food and know instantly a lot about its like past or its history or whatnot. So if he takes a bite out of an apple, he knows, when it was harvested, what chemicals were used on it, etc. He can also eat a piece of like human remains and he will know how they were either murdered or kind of what happened. So I think what's really great is that it gives you a small piece of that like disgusting part and then a lot unravels from there. So I really enjoyed being able to see him solve not only like current cases but cold cases, and he's a very stand-up guy. And I look forward to continuing because it does get interesting with this new job that he takes on, and I can't wait to see kind of where it takes our little Tony. So definitely interested. I gave this 4 stars as well. Alright guys, so those are the books I read in the month of November. I'm going to have more in-depth full reviews of these as well, so if you're interested, be sure to subscribe so as soon as those videos go live, you get that notification. Otherwise, the links to everything is down below. I'll be back shortly with another video, my TBR for December. As soon as I can finish pulling them off the shelf, I'm really excited because I do have 2 art copies that I need to get to this month, so I'm really excited to get to them and share those with you guys so that you guys are ready to go on those book birthdays, and I will have those up as soon as possible. I will see you guys next time. Bye!